At this week's Student Senate meeting, a variety of topics were discussed, including a new class for the spring semester. This class is designed to develop leadership skills by mentoring middle school students in the city of Trenton.
Okay, we're here because we want you to join. It's a great learning experience, and I'm not saying that because Jamil and I teach the class, okay? That's what students that took the class say. And the main reason is that we want you to make a difference. We want you to advance the development of Trenton youth through this program.
Also in development is the new running club, which hopes to attract many of the athletic students here on campus.
The goals of the running club on our campus is to have individuals come together that really do enjoy running and just to have a really wonderful time. I've figured out some courses that we will be able to go and venture out on, and just to stay active, to have fun, and to meet others all through running.
Also, a great solution was proposed for Rider University's school spirit and diversity problem.
The committee that we're trying to start is really an inside-out campaign committee. It was really proposed by Brian Powelko at the beginning of the year when he decided that Senate in general really needed to be more publicized. So by forming a PR committee, Kara and I are going to take really the issues of spirit on the inside of the community and spirit on the outside of the community in question.
Will this proposal really solve the problem of school spirit and diversity here at Rider? Only time will tell. From Spotlight on Student Government, I'm John Schulter.
Welcome to Spotlight on Student Government. I'm Brian Persons. Today we have Kara Giovinazzo and Amanda Lawson with us. How are you both?
Good.
Excellent. And can you please explain your positions on Senate and your roles?
I'm the Spirits and Traditions Chair for the Student Government, and along with representing President's Council, I also make sure that the spirits and traditions are upheld and carried out on campus.
And can you explain your role, please?
I'm Amanda, as you said. I'm a community outreach chair, and my role is really to serve as a link between the inner aspects of campus and the outer aspects of campus.
Now at Senate, I was able to listen to a little bit of your speech about a program that you want to start running. Could you just give the viewers a little bit of a briefing on what that program actually entails?
So we want to do the Inside Out campaign, which will be a Senate campaign and hopefully a Senate committee that will work on bringing up the spirit inside campus and in turn letting that fall out to the surrounding communities.
You know, we're starting in Senate. It's really open to anybody that would really, really wants to see a change in the climate and the culture of this campus. So we encourage anyone that sees this show to, come up to us, lawsona@rider.edu, and, contact us and get on our committee. I think more or less, I was talking to Brian Powelko at the beginning of the year. He said that he really, wanted to start a Senate PR campaign, advertise Senate, advertise the things we do, which we actually really appreciate you doing this show and really getting some of our issues out there. More or less, that idea when Karen and I started talking really turned into this Inside Out campaign. You have to have pride on your inside campus, have pride outside the campus.
And we also want to make that PR committee a spirits and PR committee because right now we think that spirit is a little low on campus. So in order to reach out to everyone, we need a really strong PR campaign that really focuses on being proud to go to Rider. And we want to start in the Senate just because it's a good base just to get the word out of all the constituents. And we think it'll just be a really good opportunity to do like a mass production to get spirit up.
All right, so where does the actual program fit into your job descriptions of community or the spirit? Where does that actually fit in, or is it tied into both?
Well, I think it's tied into both. I would think that it kind of starts inside with the spirit on the inside part of the community because until we respect ourselves and we're proud of ourselves, the surrounding area really isn't going to want to give us much support. So we're going to start inside and try to lift the level of Senate. We were trying to do that with, on Wednesdays we were Cranberry, which we're still going to continue. We want to try to get t-shirts, and our main goal is to have a spirit week in the second semester.
Okay.
And I, just to back that up, this actually happened. I leaned over to Kara one day in Senate when we were talking about this 2 Senates ago, and I was like, Kara, we really need to let people know that there are positions in SGA that back up all of their concerns. So that's why we really wanted to talk in front of Senate and say, look, we're here. All your concerns that you're bringing up right now, there are positions to back this up. So,
So we figured we'd do our job.
Right,
we publicize our job, because we are doing things.
And that's a very noble view. But what kind of concerns were those concerns, and why is this a big push now?
Well, the main concern is the negative media that we have been getting, and a real, like a strong point would to bring more positive media to the campus, but right now there really hasn't been that much, so we need to work together to really bring up good media. And like last semester, not to plug, but we had our Rider Rumba, which raised $5,600 for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and the news was here, and we were on the front page of the Lawrence Ledger, and that was great media, and we need to do more things like that to balance out and to even outdo all the negative media we've been getting. And that's really a main concern of the students, that outside of Rider, people are going to start getting a negative image of us.
You know, I think from my perspective, there really has been things I've been doing. I think more or less this semester I've been kind of trying to, you know, take everything in, take in the climate, take in the changing culture, and to see how I really affect that. I've been sitting on, you know, every university committee to try, you know, to boost the morale of the culture of the campus, you know, trying to do a little bit of both parts on the inside of the campus and the outside of the campus. And I think, you know, for the second semester, you know, I think together and independently we've really thought of some great initiatives to really take part in to lift that black cloud that, you know, Rider's feelings over them right now. So.
What are some of those initiatives that you guys want to take to try to fix the problems that you see on Rider's campus?
Well, we want to continue with some of the older traditions that we have. We want to do a pep rally and the university day. And there's people don't realize, but Rider does have a lot of really strong traditions that we
Like
have.
the lighting of the library, right? The celebration of lights, correct?
And we do all these things every semester, but for some reason they're overlooked. So we want to continue to do those, maybe even bigger and more upscale, just so people realize that we actually do have traditions set on campus. And then we want to bring more on with University Day. We want to try to do the Spirit Week surrounding University Day. Actually, this past summer at the SGA retreat, an idea for Spirit Week came up. And I really think it's a great idea, but we really need to work towards that. That's not going to be something that we're just going to say, okay, here's a Spirit Week and everyone's going to be involved. So it's going to take a lot
you're going to have a lot of planning.
A lot of work to work up to that. And another idea was like to end off Spirit Week would to be bring back Walk Till Dawn, which is another organization and charity which would bring a lot of good press over our way.
I don't really more than press, you know, that sense of belonging that we look for. And I think, you know, from my end, you know, I've been involved with the Thanksgiving baskets, which, you know, you don't realize, but we give 300 families, you know, a meal on Thanksgiving. You know, our goal this year is 300 baskets. Thanksgiving celebration, which is another really good tradition. And also, like I brought up in Senate, I'm looking into, you know, not promising anything, trying to form some type of system where either we can use Bronc Bucks or something similar to Bronc Bucks, you know, at restaurants and stuff like that off campus, you know, feeling like we belong in our outside community. What else? I'm working on, this is definitely going to happen, a community day, which we do, you know, inside, outside vendors. We're looking at having a car show also around the campus mall.
Is that gonna be from students that want to show off their cars as well as?
I think there's going to be both. You know, there's a large car show crowd that's like a whole other subculture.
Oh yeah.
So and there's actually John Condash, who's actually our team leader. He knows a lot of connections like that, and he was really motivated to get this done. So, what else? I'm working on, as I said in Senate, mass producing flags. You know, that we can put in the windows of the community. So, you know, we feel like this is our college town because, you know, to the left and to the right of Rider, it's our town. You know, you go down Darrell Lane, Business Road, that's our town. And also, you know, working on getting some of these flags in Princeton because we do have a campus there. It's also, it's our town. So I think those are really the initiatives I'm focusing myself on second semester from what I've got of the culture of the first semester.
Now, from your standpoint for community outreach, was that a overall issue that students had? They didn't feel like they were even welcome in the Lawrenceville communities and Princeton communities?
You know, that's really what I got from Senate.
Okay.
That they feel like, you know, someone brought up, you know, seeing Rutgers stuff, you know. Obviously, Rutgers has a football team.
Obviously,
you know, we're never going to be able to compete with that. You know, they're a university. But, you know, I think they just want to see something out there for us. You know, we have a Division I basketball team, you know.
I think it's really disheartening to go around to, like, Ewing and see the TCNJ Lion everywhere. Then you drive around Lawrenceville and there's no Rider stuff.
Yeah, we just want to see the Bronc out there, right?
And definitely showcase the new athletic logo, which I think is fabulous.
Excellent, yeah, it is. How do you think the community is going to reach out to us? Are they going to be willing to join in our community effort that we're trying so hard to accomplish?
You know what? I honestly believe that if we reach out to them, they're going to buy in because actually went to Community Day, which a lot of people don't even know that Lawrenceville had a Community Day. I mean, it wasn't publicized very well on our campus. I went to Community Day, and what I did was I brought the wheel from Cranberry Fest. You know that big spinning wheel that you have to answer the questions on to get
All the
T-shirts?
rider facts.
On the different rider facts.
I don't
you
actually know,
about-
but I'm sure other
okay.
people do.
Okay, sure, yeah. And facts about Andrew J. Ryder, facts about, when was Centennial Lake, obviously you have to know the founding
history,
years,
yeah.
and like all these questions. And I would say the community really knew, because I think our community that we don't realize has a lot of alumni that we can reach out to. And that's what I kind of learned and kind of got the community atmosphere from that Community Day in Lawrenceville. So
It's really important trying to get the community involved, and obviously they already are. We don't even know.
Yeah.
So that answers my question. Now, going off of that and coming back into Rider, there has been a lot of issues with diversity. What do you think, what is your stance on what is happening in G Residence Hall?
can I take this one? Go. Just from being a resident around, I think, the stuff that's been on Facebook, the stuff that happened in G Residence Hall several times, I think people like to look at it as, you look at the Trentonian, Rider has a diversity problem, but I think more or less it's going to work out better to bring the community together. Like, look at how many people were at that diversity vigil. And I think people are talking about it, and I think it affected the campus in such a way that we're talking about it. I think it's going to work out for me and Kara, because I think people are going to want to buy into that spirit aspect. And that's really my opinion on that. I think this is going to work out as a positive. I think Rider really has the good ability, from what I've learned from last year and this year, to turn the negative into the positive. So I think that's really what's going to happen with this situation.
Already in Senate, we've discussed that this isn't the common belief on campus. So I think the majority of people will come together to prove that's not how the community feels, and this is a great opportunity to just show our unity and support on campus.
Is there any closing remarks that you'd like to make to really push anything that you would like to see done in Senate or see the students do for themselves to make Rider a full community in just this campus and on the Princeton campus, as well as in the community itself?
Well, I feel like I have to say wear your cranberry on Wednesdays. But no, really, our main goal right now isn't to do any huge overnight success. We just want to slow build up of people becoming proud of where they go to school, wearing their shirts with pride, wearing their colors with pride. So really just support Rider and, wear your t-shirts. It's great to see people in Rider t-shirts and not other schools. So yeah, wear your cranberry on Wednesdays.
I think more or less, I gave out my email before, lawson@rider.edu. If you'd like to, make a difference or really help affect the culture of this campus, and a committee that's really going to be very important for Rider, then I encourage you to contact one of us and get on this committee.
Thank you, Kara, so much. Amanda, thank you. This has been another week in Spotlight in Student Government. I'm your host, Brian Persons.